Hello, and welcome to today's episode. I'm going to be your host, the Irrelevant Nerd. Today, we're going to be ranking all four theatrically released Fantastic Four movies. So, I'm not going to include the one from the 90s that was made, shelved, because it's a completely cynical project. They made it literally just to keep the rights for the lowest possible budget they can. Didn't even plan on releasing it. Didn't tell the director, didn't tell the actors, didn't tell the crew. It's a terrible story, so I'm not going to rank it because I don't think it gets a fair shake compared to the others that we have here, because it basically had the entire system working against it. But of the four that we do have, we're just going to go from 4 to 1. Starting with number 4, we're going to go with Fantastic Four from 2015, or Fant Four Stick, as a lot of the internet likes to call it, based off of how they decided to do the title. This movie is terrible. It fails on almost every level of a comic book movie, every level of a Fantastic Four movie, and almost every level of just a movie. It's short, but it feels long. Like, the pacing is weird and slow, and the characterization of pretty much every character in this movie is terrible, whether or not it be Reed running off and kind of not really appearing that intelligent in a lot of ways, or Ben being a hero for hire mercenary for the military. Sue basically gets nothing other than she's also smart and she's able to find Reed, and then whatever they're doing with Michael B. Jordan's version of Johnny here being the angsty, want to be great. Yeah, I don't even know how to talk about it. And then Doom is obviously Doom. He's just this stupid dick who gets his powers, shows up for like the last 10 minutes of the movie to be the bad guy. But this movie is just terrible, and I am, I could have gone my whole life without watching it, wouldn't have missed much, no regrets. Number 3, we're going to go with Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. So for the longest time, I did think that I liked this movie more than the original, and I do think there are some things to enjoy here, but it's too much. The movie has too much going on, and so none of it's properly fleshed out. The movie moves very quick. That's probably one of the best things I can say about it is a short movie, and it feels like a short movie. The pacing goes from just scene to scene to scene to scene, and then you're at the end, and so it's not boring per se. It's got way too much going on with, the Galactus, Silver Surfer, Doom, the Fantastic Four, the wedding. It's a lot crammed into this very short movie, and so unfortunately none of it feels really fleshed out, and they kind of double down on some of the worst aspects of the first movie, whether or not that's like just some of the looks of it, like Jessica Alba's new contacts or hair for this movie, or the terrible kind of characterization of Doctor Doom and his powers. I actually don't dislike these original Fantastic Four movies. I think they're fun and harmless, and they're nice to have on in the background every, 5 to 10 years. They're a fun rewatch, take you back, good soundtracks, but overall, this is just a bloated mess, and I really don't know why in my mind I had it so much higher than the original, especially on this most recent rewatch. It's just a very flawed, but can have fun with it type of movie, especially because it does have the best Stan Lee cameo in any Marvel movie. I don't know, but it's definitely up there. It's a great scene. So number 2, we're going to go with The Fantastic Four, the original. It came out in 2005, I believe. This movie, I think, actually gets a lot of things right. The team, the chemistry, how they get their powers, not how Doom gets his powers, but how they get their powers. It all works well. The comedy's fine for the most part. There is some of it that falls flat, but it's a very kind kind of odd origin superhero movie just based off of what we've gotten over the past 20 years, because it's very slow. There aren't a lot of like action scenes per se. Like even the final fight with Doom is very quick and kind of just has them all using their powers like once, and then they figure out how to use them together to stop Doom. So it could use a little bit more action, maybe like 10 more minutes of screen time just to give it a little bit more going on, flesh out the characters a little bit, but it's fine. It's not great, it's not bad. I wouldn't even say, it's a good movie, but it's fine for what it is. It's not not even close to being one of the worst comic book movies I've ever seen. It's just very much in the middle, pre-MCU, pre-Dark Knight type of hero movie before they kind of became more sophisticated and mainstream. And I will say this, after watching Fantastic Four First Steps, I do still think this movie probably demonstrates Reed's stretchy powers the best. I don't know. They not in how they look or anything like that, but just how they actually function. He seems to be the stretchiest Reed Richards that we've gotten by far. But if you haven't seen these movies, I would recommend them because they are kind of just a fun little blast to the past, different time, kind of a breath of fresh air in comparison to all the movies that we've gotten over the past 20 years. So check it out if you haven't. It's on Disney Plus. Won't cost you anything if you already have it, and it's worth it even if you just kind of want something to laugh at and roll your eyes at. It's also good for that as well. But number one, we're going to come in with Fantastic Four First Steps, which is obvious. I think any Fantastic Four ranking that you're going to see is basically how are the other three ranked behind Fantastic Four First Steps. It's just very clearly the best Fantastic Four movie that we've gotten. The cast is incredible. It's in this MCU universe, even though it's on a different planet, so it has all this built up knowledge from the general public that help it kind of just have that more modern feel right off the bat just by being in the MCU, even though it is this retro 60s vibe type of movie, if that makes sense. But they bring it into the MCU with new technologies, new actors, with a new vision in terms of how they want this movie to look, sound, feel in comparison to the rest of the MCU. But it truly is just an original, very classic Fantastic Four origin story. It's a very classic story of Galactus coming to Earth and them trying to defeat him, whether or not the silliness of the plan bothers you or not, because I know it bothers me a little bit and definitely bothers other people a lot more. But it's just a very classic take on the movie. The comedy is there. It's probably one of the MCU movies that's got like the least amount of just forced comedy. It does have comedy in it for sure, but almost all of it works for me. Like, I can't remember any particular moment that I was just cringing super hard, which, I mean, a lot of the MCU movies do have. Like, even back in the good old days, like before Endgame came out, it's not even like a post-Endgame thing. There's always been some hit or miss jokes, and this one seems to dial that back quite a bit and really puts the focus on the characters and their relationship, which I think is smart for this team. So for me, this easily comes in at number one, and I cannot wait to see more of them, whether or not that's in Doomsday or Secret Wars or their own sequel, the Fantastic Four Second Steps, or whatever they're going to end up calling it. But I'm so happy with this movie, and I'm a little bummed to see how much it's stalling in the box office. Unfortunately, it looks at this point like it might not even reach 500 million. Like, the second weekend drop has been pretty bad. Like, I'm hearing numbers of like potentially like 60 to 80% drop in the box office, which would be, I think that would be the worst for any MCU movie, which is a real shame because this is one of the best movies they've made in a while. Like, it's this year, like, it started out weak. We got Captain America, Brave New World, but Thunderbolts and First Steps really, they're really quality movies, and I think they show that Marvel is back on track, and they care about making movies that people are actually going to enjoy, not just about consuming the next product. But it seems like they've just torched way too much goodwill with the public, because the box office is really letting this movie down. But I think it's great, and I do think it's the best Fantastic Four movie, and I'm glad that we have it. So we'll do our quick recap at number 4, and we have Four Stick. Number 3, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. Number 2, Fantastic Four. And number 1, Fantastic Four, First Steps. Rank these movies down below. It's not a huge list. I would love to know what you think, especially below the, the bottom one. Like, how do you arrange the 3? Below it, is Four Stick the worst for you? Is it better? And if you have a list where First Steps is not number 1, I would love to see that, but I would love to know why, and like have legitimate reasons why, not like just like, oh, I don't like Pedro Pascal being in so many movies, so this one's just down at the worst because I'm sick of being Pedro Pascal. That's not a real argument against the movie. But if you don't have it at number 1, I'd really love to know why. But that's going to do it for today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next one.